All right, everyone, welcome back to Rhythm and Roads Las Vegas. I'm your host, Joshua Jacob. On today's show, we have a very special guest. He's an Elvis Presley tribute artist of the Las Vegas show, The King Comes Home. He's a singer, actor, painter, songwriter, and playwright, Joey Calveri.
How's it
Welcome
going,
to the
everybody?
show. Hey, man. Yeah, so Joey, I want to first say thank you for having me at your show at the King Comes Home at the Westgate Casino and Hotel. Dude, wow, you are just the way your energy is portraying Elvis and just your singing and everyone else on the stage. It's just great energy, bro. I love the show, especially the timeline of from when when Elvis started to where it's going from him at the International Hotel. Dude, great.
Nice.
That was great. I loved it. So,
Thanks, man. Yeah, it's a fun show. It's a fun show. I do like how it goes through all the different eras.
yes. Yeah.
Yeah, it's
I love it.
because you can't really capture it all in just one.
Oh no, no, of course not.
There's
Yeah.
so many changes.
Yeah. Well, here's the thing. So Vegas has seen your shows. They've heard the music. They've adored your paintings. But let's get to know Joey.
All right.
What's the story behind him from the beginning of the desire to want to pursue being a singer, actor, and everything else that follows with that.
I think I stumbled upon it from my brother. My older brother was a performer, and I
Okay.
was a 13-year-old kid that was in junior high that didn't know what to do with his life, didn't want to do anything. But he actually became my legal guardian for a while. He was
Really?
20,
Okay.
I was 13.
Wow.
And 14, 13 turning 14. And I moved in with him. And he was at that time, he was a choreographing some children's productions. And he was also like performing with this performance company out of this is in Seattle, Washington.
Okay.
And I would go with him and I'd have to sit behind the bar, like because I couldn't go into the area because I was underage, doing my homework, and he'd be doing a show. And
Wow.
once in a while he would and then he also did karaoke and stuff like that. Like there was actually one of the first karaoke machines ever in Washington State, and he was running that thing. So he'd always call
Dang.
me up to like when he was doing stuff. Sometimes we do a number together or something like that.
Okay.
And sometimes people could throw him an extra tip or something like that
Yeah.
because we were kind
Wow.
of like identical, just like 14 years apart.
Okay.
And so it was kind of like a mini me thing. It was like kind of cool, and it kind of like got my bug. Yeah,
Yeah.
got the bug. I used to always perform in front of like big mirror windows at night, like big mirrors, and always performing and stuff. Well, I kind of got the bug then. And then when I was 15, I played football
Oh,
and from
okay.
high school, and I sucked so bad. I was the worst football player you've ever seen in your whole entire life.
Wow.
But then I did the school play.
Yeah.
And the coach came up to me and he was like, Calveri, you're one hell of a better singer and dancer than you are a football player. So,
Wow. Okay.
and that same year, I read an article at that time about like the amount, like, that it was kind of breaking down what the unions pay the actors at that time. And I was like, oh, you mean I could make a profession out of this? I didn't know that. I thought I was just doing plays.
Yeah.
But all of a sudden, I realized that there was actually careers that were based around it. And so at that point, I went full on. Like going into high school, through my sophomore through senior year, I was like so serious about it. I had like all performing arts classes. I took dance classes at night, and I was like,
Wow, dude.
I didn't have a lot of opportunity at my fingertips, so I had to find it where I could. And luckily, my school had a really great arts program.
Oh, that's good. Yeah.
My school had a really great arts program,
Yeah.
so I owe an awful lot to like my choral teacher and my drama teacher, like Pat Michael and Dave Richard were really huge inspirations for me and really helped cultivate that in me. And then I saw that there was a school in New York City called American Musical and Dramatic Academy. I wasn't great in school. I didn't great in the performing arts, not great in school. So I knew a big university and things like that just weren't cards for me.
Okay.
So I found like that the American Musical and Dramatic Academy was a little bit more, was a better fit. I auditioned for that and went off to school and did went up to performing arts school for 2 years. Got my first the summer after I graduated. I got my first European tour.
Wow, is that right?
With
Okay.
West Side Story for about 2 years.
With West
And
Side Story?
West Side Story, I was the young
Good. That's cool. Yeah, yeah. And
yeah.
and this was in New York?
Out of New York. Yeah, the American
Out of New
Musical
York?
Dramatic is in New York. Yeah, I just took a train from packed up all my bags, took a train from Seattle to New York.
Oh my
And
God,
all
dude.
by myself. And I was like, see you,
Wow.
Seattle. I packed up and went to New York City.
Good for you, man. You took that jump of the risk, just to say,
Yeah.
you know what, I'm gonna what well, I have nothing to lose. You know what I mean?
I also didn't have many options. I mean,
Well, that too.
I didn't have no, I didn't know what I was good at. I mean, I wasn't really good at anything else really at that point. I didn't know if I was really good at anything else at that point. So it's like I kind of threw all my eggs in one basket there. Just
Dang,
like
dude. You
if
went
I'm going to
all
do this,
in.
like come on, you know.
Yeah.
And luckily, it panned out, So then I was doing theater for most of my most of that, and I did once I came back, I did West Side Story for 2 years. Then
Wow.
came back to New York, then went back out to Europe again and did Greece for a
Oh, you did
year.
Greece? No
Yeah, I
way.
was Kinnicky.
Yeah. Oh,
Kinnicky.
you were Kaniki?
Yeah,
That's so cool, man. Oh,
did that for about a year. Came back, was home for about 7 or 8 months before I got my first union job, my first U.S. tour, which was
okay.
Saturday Night Fever.
Oh,
And
man.
I did that for about 2 years, and I played double J on that. Eventually, I ended up being Tony Manero,
Oh,
and
that's so cool, dude.
got to wear the white suit and do all that.
Oh, man. I bet that was fun.
Yeah, yeah. Then after that, I went from I mean, I'm talking mostly professional artistry stuff here. I mean, there's definitely more personal stuff along all this way,
Oh, yeah, yeah, right.
but then from there, and after that, and then I did a couple of smaller runs of shows, mostly some more West Side Stories and stuff. Then I came out to Vegas. This is where my Vegas stuff comes in.
Yeah.
I came out to Vegas to do Queens We Will Rock You at the Paris Hotel.
Oh, man.
And it was great, man. I loved it. And I was here and I was, you know what? And I think that's where my big, like all the different projects I'm doing,
Okay.
I was coming out to Vegas and I was like, I'm gonna go to Vegas. It's gonna be pretty superficial on the performing on the arts level.
Mhm.
So I was with the cast with like some of the most brilliant, like Doug Crawford, who's with the foreman and Ty Taylor, who was
Okay.
Rockstar in Excess and with Vintage Trouble, and Derek Ferguson, who's actually here with the Docksiders, Brandon Nix, who's been performing all over town with
Wow.
many things. But we were a very creative group, and and that's kind of where I got the bug for painting. I started doing some paintings just for myself. That's where I got the bug. Everyone was writing music, and I was fascinated. And I didn't really know how to do any of this stuff. I was just kind of like watching everybody else, just fascinated, and just really cultivated me artistically.
Yeah.
And people were writing shows, and I got into that whole thing, and so it was a very inspiring time. Then I went back to New York City.
Oh, you
Didn't work for
did?
Yeah, I went back to I was just down here working for it was just for like a year, a little over a year, almost a year
Oh,
and a half.
wow, man. Okay.
That I was doing about a year and a half.
Yeah.
We were doing the show, and then I went back to New York City. Didn't work for a while, and then finally I did the 50th anniversary of West Side Story
Oh, cool.
and the tour of that, and then what happened? Oh, then I went to Japan, did a show called Trip of Love for a while,
You went to
and
Japan?
yeah, Japan. I got a
Oh,
creative lead.
dude.
Actually, they brought that back, and they brought it off Broadway, and I got to do it off Broadway for about
Oh,
a year. Got to do it off Broadway for a year. It was a 1960s dance review, and I was like the hippie artist singer, the
okay.
big guy,
Yeah.
and and then after that, I started. What did I do after that? Then Rock of Ages came along. I did Rock of Ages. I did the national tour of that for about a year,
Wow.
and
Dude, how impressive.
then luckily after that, because of Derek Ferguson, who's with Docksars, he was doing a show on Broadway called Wonderland. They lost one of their guys. Talked to his producer and everybody. I got a phone call. I went out there for an audition, got my first Broadway show, which was Wonderland,
Wow.
and then did that for like a little short stint until that closed, and then they brought me to Rock of Ages on Broadway. So then I did it there for about 3 years. I mean, about two and
Great.
a half,
Okay.
2.5 years, maybe two,
Yeah.
yeah, almost 3 years, I think. I was with the show for about 3 years. I can't remember how that split up with the tour, but can't remember. But and then
And what were
that
you singing in Rock of Ages?
I was Stacy Jacks.
Oh, were you? Okay.
Well, I started off as Joey. I was in the ensemble. I played Joey Prim. There's only like two guys in the ensemble, and they play everybody
Okay.
basically. And then and I understudied all the different leads, and eventually, I mean, Stacy Jacks was the role I was coveting for us ever since
Okay.
it first opened on Broadway,
Yeah.
and I got to do it. I think I was the longest running Stacy Jacks on Broadway, actually.
Wow. That's awesome.
Yeah.
And
After
so go ahead. I
that,
was gonna just, I mean, I'm looking forward to also when you're gonna bring up how the Elvis came came about. But
Oh yeah,
I'm
well,
enjoying the timeline, dude, and I'm loving it. So keep going with
oh yeah,
the
okay, well
steps
yeah.
leading to that. I'm like, oh my God.
I will, pass through, quick pass. And then after that, I went from I ended up doing Triple Love off Broadway. It's the 1960s review show. And
Okay.
then after that, I went I did a show called I did a Bronx Tale. They did the
Oh, you
musical of the
did
Bronx
the
Tale.
Bronx Tale?
I did that tour for about a year.
Ah, dude, that's the one that's the film
Yeah,
based on Robert De Niro, right? The one that
yeah, yeah.
he.
Well, it's Chaz
Oh,
Palminteri's life, and Robert De
wow.
Niro directed the film production. Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Yeah,
It's
that.
Chaz Palminteri. It was
Yeah.
his show. It was great. I got to meet Chaz. He's wonderful.
Oh,
He's like,
yeah.
yeah, he was like so great. I mean, he was amazing, and like, and I got to understudy the Sonny character. So I got all these great like insights from Chaz
Yeah.
on the character I was playing, and also the understudying.
Yeah.
That was an amazing experience.
Oh, I bet. Yeah.
Came back. I was working with Neil Berg for a while doing these concerts. I was traveling all over doing these concerts with Neil Berg,
Mhm.
and it was like a history of rock and roll concert that I was doing. Oh, I have my band, my rock band. In the back, my rock band, the Machine Elves. We were doing a lot of stuff. So I kind of really got into the rock and roll thing, especially after We Were Rocky. I was really into rock.
Wow.
And well, then COVID hit, and then COVID hit, and the show started really weeding out for a while. I didn't work for a long time after that. I did Little Shop of Horrors, I think, in Little Rock, Arkansas for a
Wow.
quick stint. And I was really, economically, it wasn't really working out. And I was like, I think I want to move back to Vegas. So I came out here and I just to see if there was work out here. And immediately I was walking down Fremont Street. I was like, I think my friend Brandon Nix is in a band. And I looked up on stage and there he was.
Oh, really?
He is. So he saw me. We waved at each other.
Yeah.
He
Yeah.
called me over. He's like, "What are you doing here?" I said, "I'm thinking about moving to Vegas." And he goes, "It's great. We need more guy singers out here, like to be performing." And so like he quickly like got me all excited about moving out here. I quickly started organizing my life, packed up everything, moved everything from New York to here.
Wow.
And he was like, "Yeah, there's a that's when he was like, there's a oh, this is what happened. Monday's Dark had a lot to do.
Oh, yeah. Monday's Dark.
Monday's Dark really helped me out get stabilized out here. Once I did a concert with Monday's Dark and kind of introduced me to the community, it's wonderful how it kind of opens you like for a performer,
Yeah.
welcome performers into the performing community, and then people know that you exist.
Wow.
People
Okay.
start knowing that you're out there looking for work. It
Yeah.
actually really helps out a lot. And Paige Strafella, was
Yeah.
is
Okay.
it's funny because I've kind of known Paige for a very long time. We've known each other ever since I went off to school because I went to school
Wow.
in Las Vegas, and so she asked me if I wanted to do a concert on New Year's for the Westgate.
Okay.
So for this company for DDM Productions, and so I was like, yeah, I'm available. So we did the New Year's together, and not long after that, they realized that that's when they wanted to put together an Elvis show.
Oh, is that right? Okay.
So they needed backup singers. And so they're like, Joey, will you be a backup singer? I said, yeah. And they were bringing in amazing. Daniel Durston was phenomenal. They brought in Daniel Durston to play Elvis.
Okay.
And he was with us for a while. He decided he wanted to leave. And then they brought in some more like these professional Elvis performers. But the thing is, when you're a good Elvis impersonator, you're going to be working all over the place. And it
Oh,
got
yeah,
really
of course. Yeah.
difficult for them to keep somebody here
Right.
that because they were all leaving and they'd have to switch up these new Elvises all the time.
Oh, yeah, I
But
bet.
schedules open, we'd have to cancel shows because we couldn't get an Elvis in. It was like really difficult. So finally they came up to me and they're like, Joey, hey, you think you could perform Elvis? And I was like, oh wow.
Good.
I think so. I think so. I said, I'm gonna need a good wig,
Yeah.
I'm gonna need a good makeup artist
Uh-huh.
and great costumes.
Right.
I'll do the rest of the work. I'll
Yeah.
make it, work. Vocally, I know I can do it. I don't look like an Elvis. I'm more of a John Travolta than I am an Elvis.
You said John Travolta?
I'm more of a John Travolta than
Yeah,
I am
yeah,
an
okay.
Elvis.
I get now that you said that, yeah, you do. I can see why you were in Greece too. I mean,
Yeah,
that's
Grease is
surprisingly,
I mean, that's how I always got my niche. John
yeah,
Travolta got me a lot of work. Uh,
that's interesting. They didn't have you as Danny in Greece, but they had you to play Kaniki.
well, I want to connect
Oh, you
too.
wanted Kaniki.
Well,
Okay.
because in the musical, he sings Grease Light. That's the song I want to sing.
Oh, I
I want,
see.
I
Okay.
want the rock song.
Yeah,
You
you
know
want the
what
rock song.
I'm
Okay,
saying?
cool, cool.
I
Yeah.
didn't want the romantic stuff. I want the rock song.
I don't want
And
the
our version in
romantic
Germany,
stuff.
our version in Germany, that song was a rock song. I mean,
Oh, dude, yeah.
there was like smoke and lights, boom. It was like huge, but light, a huge explosion of lights on stage and guys dancing in tight silver shirts. It was like, it was a major big production.
Oh, I bet. Yeah.
I was like, I want to be connected.
That's cool, dude.
The
Yeah.
rock star role.
So wow, so when they offered this to you right away, you were just like, yeah, sure.
I was so nervous, man. Let me tell you something. I've done the Joey thing really well, and I can play characters really well. I could do the character work.
Yeah.
Problems with Elvis is you got such a deep-seated people that like religiously love Elvis.
Mm,
And I'm
okay.
like, can I be that good? I mean, it's like that's hard. I mean, can I be that good? I don't know if I can. And let me tell you, I took 3 or 4 months. It was like 3 months with an extension of an extra month where I was like, where they were having some scheduling issues once again with the show. So I was able to postpone it a little longer. And I was in a studio every day watching Elvis videos, um, watching documentaries, watching every movie possible, getting up on my feet, working out the movements, trying to get like what his body stature is like. It was literally like a hardcore. I mean, I'm not one to want to do impersonations or anything like that. And the more that I started, so I stepped in the show, I was paranoid. I'm not gonna lie. And I was like
You're
having
paranoid?
breakdowns. I was having breakdowns. I'm like,
Oh my God.
people are gonna hate me.
Well, I want to ask
But
you, so your first show, the very first one, yeah, so how was like what was your emotions and the just the what you were feeling?
man, it was number one, it's to sound like Elvis, you got to hold your larynx open. And there's a lot of physicality. So trying to hold your larynx open while you're doing all this, while
Yeah.
you're doing all this major physical stuff,
Yeah.
it's really taxing. It's like, oh my, I feel like I've just done like 1,000 sit-ups.
Oh shoot.
So it's like crazy.
Oh
So I
my
was really
God.
just focused. When I get into that zone, audience doesn't exist. It's like, well, I mean, they exist. I mean,
Right,
like what I
right.
and I see them when I'm talking about it. But and I've seen what I've luckily I've got great examples with Ted Torres and with Daniel Durston, setting the presidents of it before me. So I was able to go off their work enough
Oh, I
level.
see. Okay.
So like, well, what how in our show anyway?
Okay.
Obviously, I went back to Elvis, but it's like, but what they did in the show, they really helped me out a lot, and they were very helpful. Both of them, they were great. They were
Oh, that's good.
like Elvis fathers to me. They were awesome,
That's
and
good.
and they were very helpful. And for being able to see what they've done, and they were all like, go with it. Um, but it was, but then eventually, I mean, vocally, I was fine. People liked the fact that I could sing. I mean,
Okay.
that's the people like the fact that if you could sing with the Elvis stuff, then you're already halfway there. You
Yeah.
know, um, this more than mannerisms. The speech is still very, like trying to make sure that when you're talking to the audience. But then I started to come in, like, I mean, I've been doing it for over a year now,
Oh, okay. Over here.
and I've realized that it's not really about people know I'm not Elvis. They know I'm not Elvis, but they really appreciate after a while they start to forget and they're just feeling the vibe of it, the vibe
Right.
of
Yeah.
it. And let me tell you, I try to be as authentic as I can, as much as possible, but I'm also not pretending to be Elvis. I'm Joey Calveri giving you all the flavor of Elvis
Right.
that you
Right.
love and
Yeah. Yeah.
stories that you love that you some people don't even know half the stuff that I talk about. It's always fun.
Yeah.
And and the show's very well curated. I
Yeah.
mean, with
I
all
agree.
like the video work and everything, the
Oh, yeah.
lights, we have great light guys and sound guys. I mean, without Tim on sound, man, I don't know what I'd be doing.
Oh,
And
yeah.
Tim's like my saving grace out there. When I'm having a bad vocal day, he's there to
Yeah.
dock me through the whole thing. It's
Well, that's
fast.
good. Yeah.
It's great to have a great sound guy.
Yeah.
And yeah, so it's like I've kind of started to settle into like my own version of it, where where it feels a little bit more like a tribute,
Okay.
and less of like me trying to pretend to be Elvis.
Yeah.
And that and it's been working. I mean, people seem to really like it, and like
That's good. Yeah.
but I have to go back to work. I mean, I got to go do my homework. I mean, every few weeks to just sit down and watch all the videos. I mean, because it starts to slip away. You realize you're starting to be a little bit too Joey Calveri, and let's bring it back. Let's get
Okay.
a little bit more of that tone in there. Let's get a little bit more of that physicality in there, facial expressions. and it's hard when like your face is
Oh,
so
I
different.
bet. Yeah.
Your face is so different, but like I have great makeup plot that I use. Gives me fuller lips. And it's but I have to like sit there and watch him speak, and then I have to look at myself in the mirror and I gotta speak, and I need to be able to pull all that out.
Yeah.
But let me tell you, it's still like it's still a battle. I mean, that's always a battle because
Sure.
I'm an actor, and that's why I got to do
Yeah.
so.
Well, I want to say I'm glad that you stuck through it, even if with all I mean, of course, we're human. We're going to have the insecurities, the doubts at times, right? In the very beginning, I'm talking about the very beginning. We're like,
Mhm.
oh, can I pull this off? Is this going to, what are they going to think when they see me for the first time?
Oh yeah, it's
It's
really
like a
a
battle,
lot of
dude.
pressure. It's a lot of pressure, especially for Elvis. I mean, that's a
Yeah.
whole other level of people coming to see
Very
the show.
whole other level. Yeah.
Yeah, especially at the Westgate. Around the
Yeah.
horn,
Of all places, right?
the home of Elvis Presley. And
Yeah.
but I think that I capture his charisma
Yeah.
and I capture his love for his audience because I
Right.
do love the audience as well. So I'm able to connect with him on
Yeah.
that. And I'm a mover. I like to dance. I like to
Oh,
move. So
yeah.
so
Yeah.
that connect with him on that too. So there's a lot of things I really connect. So
That's awesome.
and so I feel like the audience feels that when
Yeah.
I'm up.
I
Yeah.
definitely felt that. Yeah, when I was there, I definitely enjoyed your energy, what you brought to the audience, how you connected with everyone. I mean, yeah, it was great, and I loved the fact that, like I said, the timeline of his journey and how you
Uh-huh.
were incorporated with that was
Yep.
cool, especially the ending too, when the leather outfit.
Uh-huh.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I mean that performance, even with the real Elvis, was one of my
Well, I got to
favorites.
let my rock star out at that point.
Yeah,
That's
yeah,
I got my rock roots gonna come, blasting out at that point.
yeah.
Uh,
That's cool,
You know
dude.
what I love so much also is like how Elvis incorporated, like he felt like in the '70s, when like the international time, he felt like it was like the Cape. It's almost like his own superhero.
Oh, right, yeah, yeah.
Right. There was actually this Christian Borle, a big Broadway star. Um, I remember once I was young, we were both doing West Side Story, and I was trying to learn these dance moves. And he goes, "Did you ever read comic books?" I said, "Sometimes." He goes, "If you think about dancing, it's basically just superhero poses. So try to hit those superhero poses. You got to make sure that you hit those superhero poses." And
Yeah.
Elvis is very much like that with his karate and with like everything that he did, like all
Yeah,
like
how he does
all that
that.
stuff.
Yeah.
And so he really did like like try to incorporate a little bit of that into it all a little bit. And I feel like I kind of connected with that a little bit as well
That's
too, like
yeah.
using your body for all that.
Yeah. Like that's true. I never thought of it that way. Yeah, like you're in the superhero mode, in those
Well, that's
different.
why he like. I mean, they said that he was always like, that's why he wanted the cape.
Yeah,
It's
when he
like,
wanted the
you know,
cape.
like, he kind of like he was like, what is it? To the he was really big fan of the comics when he was a
Oh,
kid.
was he? I didn't even know that.
Yeah,
Wow.
yeah, to the Rock of Eternity and Beyond, as I say in the comic book, and so he
Interesting.
kind of there's just a lot of that in his karate. He loved karate, and so he incorporated a lot of that to the
I
set.
didn't even know that. He liked karate?
Oh
Wow.
yeah, yeah, yeah. If you see him on stage, he's always kicking, bum, 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 and then
Oh, shoot. Oh, I
especially in the
didn't know that.
'70s when he was doing like I mean in the international time,
Yeah.
he was really much into that. Mhm.
Wow, man. Speaking of the movies, because you said you would watch a lot of his movies, which ones are your top favorite? Like maybe one or two? Because my favorite is Viva Las Vegas. I think that's,
I love Viva Las
oh
Vegas,
my
but
God, dude, that movie's freaking amazing.
Kid Creole and Jailhouse Rock, I think, are my faves.
Is it? Yeah.
Yeah,
Nice.
Kid Creole, where he's just like, I love New Orleans, and that whole like I'm just like this rough and tough, down and out kid in New Orleans type of thing is really cool.
Yeah.
That's where trouble comes from. If you're looking for trouble. Um,
Oh,
but
that's
that
true. Yeah, that's where it comes from. Yeah.
and also Jailhouse Rock, where he's like, a hoodlum turned, rock
Yeah.
star.
No, yeah, dude. When I was young, I was so big on Elvis, bro. Like when I was probably 8 years old, and
Uh-huh.
I would watch Viva Las Vegas, and I was always just like, I love the music. I mean, it wasn't just the song of Viva Las Vegas; it was also the performance, like the one they do at the pool scene.
Oh yeah, 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 yeah.
Yeah, dude, I love that
The
song.
lady
It's a
loves
catchy
me.
song.
The lady loves
Yeah, yeah.
me.
It's a catchy song. It's just, and I love the way they kind of interact with each other with their body
Uh-huh.
language with that. It's just cool.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, I love it too. I do. I love that movie an awful lot.
Yeah.
It just, it's funny because there's parts that when I'm watching the movie, it almost feels like an advertisement for Las Vegas.
Yeah,
He's
really
just like,
it
these are all the things you can do in Las Vegas.
is.
I'm like, this is
That's
smart.
true.
I mean, they're smart. I mean, Colonel Tom Parker. Whatever you may think about the man, he was smart. He
Yeah.
was really smart. He knew how to make Elvis, you know, make the best amount of money possible. You
Yeah.
know,
That's
he,
funny.
he was
Yeah.
smart when it came to that type of things. So like so he did. I mean, he knew how to get funding. He knew how to get those things going because he did.
Yeah. He really did. Well, just the I don't even know how many, but how many films does Elvis have? Do you know?
Well, there's 31 feature films.
31. Okay.
Yeah,
Damn.
there's
Wow.
more like the feature films, but there's also extra documentaries and stuff like that. Like like there's that's the way it is the international, him opening up the international. And there's one about his national tours. So like those are his extra ones, but 31 feature films. Those are the ones that
Okay. And so what's next for you on anything coming up in the future?
I'm working on my projects. I've got my shows that I've written. I've got, and those are the ones they've been haunting me, man. Because once I came out here to Vegas, Manhattan School of Music was the last person to put on my show, and it's ready for this new development. It's called the show that I've written called with my writing partners Derek Ferguson and Josh Sassanella, and we the show called From Admin to Only. It's a kind of a immersive nightclub theatrical play
Oh, wow.
based on the novel Steppenwolf by Herman Hesse. And
Okay.
it's really out there. It's really good psychedelic. Really, it's really out there. And it's something we're very passionate about. We're trying to get that on its feet. And I have another show I've written called with this amazing band called the Ritualists.
The rituals. Okay.
Yeah, and they just came back from their UK tour, and he's been promoted a lot by Simon Le Bon, and it's kind of their band called the Ritualists. And they're a wonderful band, my favorite band in New York City. And
Wow.
we teamed up with him, and I've done like a Dorian Gray, rock star Dorian Gray
Oh, that's
show that we play that we've written together using all the music of the Ritualists because
yeah.
it's such decadent rock and roll. It's like really the music is just so awesome in the storyline, and I'm working on trying to get that on its feet as well. So those are the two things that are kind of on the biggest forefront of me trying to do.
In the work.
And
Okay.
yeah, as far as performance, if something comes along and it works out to where I'm not doing something else or something like, I'm always like, yeah, let's do it. I'm
Yeah.
always
Yeah. It's like why
like,
not?
who was it? It was love it, like Samuel Jackson. It was great. I was watching a Samuel Jackson works masterclass that he gave on masterclass.com.
Oh, those are good. Yeah.
And they were like, how do you know which work to take and which ones to turn down? He's like, if somebody offers you a job, take it.
Yeah. That's
If
true.
you
Yeah.
got a
Like
better job, you
yeah.
take that.
Yeah.
Like,
That's
you don't
true.
sit around going, oh, I don't know if I could take any of these. If you don't have a job, you take it.
Yeah, you say yes. Yeah.
It's like, well, put me in a monkey outfit and have me dance around the stage. It's cool.
Yeah.
I'm not against making money and you never know where one thing is going to lead you.
That's right. You
Yeah.
don't. Yeah. And that and
As a,
the other my guest that I had almost said the same thing where yeah, if there's an opportunity that comes, you take it, but you figure things out after you say yes. So
yes,
you know
exactly.
what I mean?
Exactly.
Sometimes you've never done something, right? And they say, "Hey, would you like to try this?" Just say yes, and after that, you'll figure out the details.
That's funny. The psychology really gets into play when you're doing like when you get an audition. I get sent auditions from my agent in New York, and
Okay.
he's like, "Okay, we need you to film this audition," and you're like, "I take it." What I take it, and it's really hard to sit down and learn all that material,
Oh man.
sit down and refilm a nice, perfect audition when you're like, I don't know if I want to take it. It
Jeez,
really,
man.
really makes it very difficult to
Yeah, I bet.
put all the work into it because like you got to realize it's not about that. Do the work. Do the work. You have to be like, who cares if you take it or not? Do the work. Do a good job on the work.
Yeah, of
It's
course.
about send them the audition. Let the rest pan out later.
Yeah, do the
And that's
work.
I have to remind myself because man, it's so hard to do the work
I
when your
bet that,
mind's
man.
going, I don't want to take this, or you're not going to be able to take this, or something like that, or like you're not going to be able to leave here and go do that. And it's that really gets it really does get in
Yeah, it does. I want to ask before we close, during your journey, I mean, wow, what an incredible journey too, from all over from New York and in Vegas and the Broadway shows you've been in, dude. It's incredible from West Side Story, Grease. I mean, it's just like, wow, there's so much more. Was there ever a time where, like, especially during the COVID, where there wasn't work and you just kind of wondered, like, what the heck, what am I going to do? Like,
Yeah.
like the stopping block form where you're just like, God, like, how did you
That's
get
when I
over that
started
hurdle?
painting. It's
Yeah.
why I started painting. Well, it's why I started selling my paintings.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah, it's funny. It was actually the director from Rock of Ages, Kristen Hanging,
Okay.
who directed the Broadway production. She saw my paintings on Pinterest.
Oh, she
I had
did?
them I had them on Pinterest. I just threw them
Wow.
up there.
Okay.
Be like, here's my paintings just for me to look at, you know.
Yeah, yeah.
And she was like, you should sell them. And I laughed in her face. Well, then I was like, at one day, then I ended my stint with Rock of Ages. I didn't know what I was going to be doing next. I was like, put them out there. And I sold three right off the bat.
Yeah.
And then somebody wanted one that I just sold. And I was like, well, I've been thinking about doing another version of that same painting. Just
Yeah.
let's talk and see what you want in it. I'll do it that way. And then I got commissioned to do a different one. And it all took off from there. Next thing you know, I
Wow.
was doing paintings and selling paintings. I've sold about 22 paintings.
Really?
Yeah,
22.
22
Wow.
paintings, some really big, some, not so
Yeah.
big.
Right.
But they're like, I sold four at my gallery show. And it was so it got to the point where I was like, I could do that. I love doing it. If you lock me in my studio, this is my art studio. This is where I do all my
Oh, is
creative.
it? Okay.
Yeah, yeah. And this is where I paint, this is where I do
Yeah.
write music and record stuff. But just locking myself in here for hours and doing some painting and turning on a good audio book and
Yeah.
let my brain go,
That's
wander while I'm
amazing,
like,
dude. Wow.
I'm like, I could do that. I could do that. And so, yeah, there's definitely been times, I mean, I also, on the weekends, I like to do, I know a tour guide. I take people to the Grand Canyon. I pop
Oh,
them
yeah,
back in the
okay.
13 passenger van and on the weekends and I drive them out to Grand Canyon and I tell them everything about everything. And it's such a wonderful escape. And I love it. I mean, it's like, look, I can do it. If I need to make money, I can do anything.
Yeah, it seems like you can.
Yeah. I mean, it's like,
Yeah, that's cool, man. Yeah.
I believe in always doing your best and no matter what you do. If you're going to decide
Yeah.
to do your best at it. Don't be like, oh, I'm still here at my job. Blah, blah, blah. No, do the job. You chose the job. Do the job.
Yeah.
But but to be happy and everything like that and try to excel, I think that, I'd probably want to progress a little bit more on the other side of the artistic spectrum instead of on stage, like maybe even getting into directing. I'd love to get into directing.
Oh, yeah. You would want to get
I'm
into
working on my mannerisms.
Oh,
Like, how patient can I be as a
yeah.
director?
Yeah.
Like, how good at communicating with other actors am I? I mean, because that's the most amazing, the most important part about that. Sometimes I wonder if I have those skills. Because when I get my artistic brain, I'm just like, no, go,
Oh,
do,
right. Yeah.
all right,
Right.
let's do it.
Well, that's the thing that'd be cool if you did try to pursue at least one, see how things go, right? To
Oh
direct.
yeah, absolutely,
Yeah. Now,
absolutely.
are you saying directing as in Broadway or a film or what?
Directing stage.
Okay,
Yeah, yeah.
stage.
I
Okay.
don't really know enough about film to do that, but I know so much about. I mean, my whole life on
Oh,
stage.
yeah.
I
Yeah.
like to direct some stage productions.
Okay.
See how it goes. It's like because I definitely have the as a painter. I know how to create pictures on stage, and I know how to create I'm getting better at trying to create the emotion. A lot of the stuff. If you just allow you're as a director, you're basically curating all these different people to come in and put their art into it,
Right.
and
Right.
so that's basically what a good director does. And so I feel like that would be it's not all about you and your vision. I mean, you have a vision and you get the people that then you allow their vision to come through on the vision.
Right.
And I feel like that's a real director to be doing. Instead of just trying to like, this is my idea, this is what I see.
Yeah.
But
Well, dude, I hope you do pursue it. At least, try it out because yeah, you do have a
it's
lot of
always been in the
experience in
back of my mind.
theater. Yeah. And you never know until you try it, right? And you could try
Exactly.
it, and all of a
Exactly.
sudden doors start opening for that, where people are gonna be
All
like, "Hey, can
right.
you direct this?
Uh-huh.
Can you direct that?"
Uh-huh.
Speaking of real quick before we end, the Broadway show of Jersey Boys. That's one show I did not see, and I regret it, dude. I miss seeing the Jersey. I would love to have seen the Jersey Boys.
Hmm.
Yeah, but I don't
Yeah,
know.
that was a good one. That was a good one. My friend Doug Crawford here, he's done multiple productions of that as well.
Oh, he did. Okay, cool. Nice.
Yeah, and I don't know, Sarah, who in our show, Sarah Darling. was in our show.
Oh, wow. Okay.
She's done multiple productions of it as well.
Oh,
Yeah.
interesting. Well, I want to ask Joey for the viewers to really explore your paintings and your work. What's the website for that and your Instagram for them to follow your journey?
Well, the best thing to do is to go to my actual website because it's got you basically it directs you to basically everything that I do.
Okay.
Www.joey-calveri.com.
Okay. Okay.
And it's and from there you can explore my paintings, my band, my shows. It's kind of yeah, and then all the different plays and shows that I've done. So
All
you
right.
can go through and you can, it's kind of like a Joey Calveri. This is my life, and this is everything I'm working.
That's
So that's
cool,
usually
dude.
the best. Or you can actually, but then if you want to go to my paintings, I also have Instagram, of course. I have there's my performer one, which is at Joey Calveri, and then there's my painting one, which is at Joey Calveri Art.
Okay.
Yeah,
Well, cool, dude. Yeah, and I actually look forward to seeing what's coming next in the future with
yeah
your
me too.
work. 'Cause I know you post them, yeah. And yeah, but I wish you the best on your show, man, at the Westgate. Just, the King Comes Home. Just it's just amazing, bro. I'm glad you've been given the opportunity to play it.
I'm really, you know what, every day I feel extremely blessed and with an overwhelming, gratifying nostalgia
Yeah.
being able to do that. I mean, how many people get to perform Elvis Presley
Oh, right. Yeah.
in was once the International Hotel? I
Of
mean, it's
course,
like
bro.
and and even afterwards, sometimes I'll take people out on on tours to the backstage and like to
Oh,
the
wow.
Elvis dressing room and everything. It's just, I mean, it's I really get to be like engulfed in it
Yeah.
there, and I'm so lucky. I'm so
Yeah.
dang lucky.
That's so,
I'm
yeah.
like, yeah,
That's cool, dude. I'm happy for you, man. Yeah.
thanks, man.
And the viewers, if you'd like to come on and share your testimony or your story, my Instagram is Joshua Jacob Official. Feel free to send me a message and we can schedule you an interview and have you share your journey. Just like Joey here shared his incredible journey. And wow, man, even through going through different roads that you were on, it's incredible how you keep going on that road,
I love it.
even through
I'm keep
COVID.
going as long as I can.
Yeah, man. That's right. So, well, thank you so much, Joey, for coming on the show. It's been such a pleasure to
Thanks for
have you
having me,
on
man.
to
Really
share
means
your
it.
journey. Yeah, I wish you the best. And guys, thank you for watching on this episode, and we'll catch you next time. This is Joshua Jacob with Rhythm and Roads, Las Vegas.